Thank you. The live stream is now on.
Bitch.
I don't think it picked that up.
It did.
No, it didn't.
It
now
literally just told you that it started. So, it probably picked it up.
Why?
We can check after the show and see if it picked it up.
I don't think it did.
If it did, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I'm sorry. This is the first time we've done that. It is the first time. As long as we don't do it on here, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Let's just start.
Let's go. Oh.
It's fine.
I didn't
it's
know.
fine. It's fine. It does not matter if you stop the song or not. Also,
it does
take
when
it
you.
off auto.
Thank you. It does when you just do it abruptly like that.
They know we're still on the air.
Hello and welcome back to the CineManiacs here on your station, your voice, the Galaxy Radio. We are now going to finish up our show tonight, the second half of the DJCU, Dwayne Johnson Cinematic Universe. Both Brendan and Steven look a little tired.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take off my glasses. So.
Okay. Well, let's jump right in, shall we? Let's dive right in.
Into
What's the next film?
Pain and Gain.
No pain, no gain. MoDOT. Sorry. Department of Transportation. Pain and Gain is with Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson and Anthony Mackie and Rebel Wilson and Rob Corddry and Ed Harris and Tony Shalhoub. It's a Michael Bay film. Hey, no, I like this one.
Isn't it more like a comedy anyway?
Yeah, in a way. It's like
I don't
action
I
crime.
don't really know what this is about. Honestly.
Oh, really? Well, I'm about to
I
tell
don't
you.
either.
Oh, really? I'm about to tell you, boys, and you're gonna strap right in for the ride. Buckle up, baby. All right. So, Pain and Gain is based on a true story, and it is about the American dream. Mark Wahlberg plays Daniel Lugo, and he believed in fitness. Basically, what they are, these three gentlemen, they're bodybuilders. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Wahlberg, he spots at the gym for a bit other people. Okay. And he's just not happy with where he's at in his life. He's not. He's tired of being in the same place. He is. His best friend in the movie is played by Anthony Mackie, who goes to the gym and is just like spotted by Wahlberg, and they just talk, converse among themselves and whatnot. So yeah. But Wahlberg's just not happy with where he's at. He wants something better. He wants the American dream, you know? He wants it all. So the only way he's going to do that is this one guy at the gym that he helps spot, who's played by Tony Shalhoub. He's Jewish, and he runs this company, or he runs this business. And he's filthy stinking rich. He's got plenty of money. Alright? So Daniel Lugo, Mark Wahlberg's plan, we're going to kidnap this guy and force his signature over to give us all of his money.
Oh.
That's only going to happen if he gets help in on this. So that's when he recruits Anthony Mackie, and that's when they got to go get Dwayne Johnson, who did time in prison in like 25 different states, half the country. He's wanted. There's a warrant out for his arrest. And so, yeah. This is based on a true story, too. Based on a true story. So Dwayne Johnson's character, like he's been put in prison several times, yet he keeps going back to the church. The church helps him. Like God, his faith in God helps him to become a better person. Until he almost killed a priest one day, and that's when he went back to life of crime. And so, yeah. But so Dwayne Johnson gets in on this too, because he wants that American dream too. He wants all the money in the world, and
That's so different.
it is
It's Mark
Mark Wahlberg still all the money in the world. I heard that too. You're not alone. Yeah,
Scared me.
it's okay. Anyway, yeah, I know, touching. So they do it. They do it. They forge his signature over, and they get the American dream. They get all the money in the world. They get all the girls, all the drugs, everything they could ever want. The big house, the big yacht. Anthony Mackie gets married, and he has stuff done to a certain area, so that way it starts working again. And
he gets surgery.
It's not surgery. But anyways,
Okay, let's just move on.
he and so like it's happy days all around. It is happy days all around. But then Tony Shalhoub, because the way they played it off, they tried to kill Tony Shalhoub, but he didn't die. They ran him over. They lit him on fire. They did everything to make sure this guy was dead, but he wasn't dead. But when Tony Shalhoub, when he's in the hospital, everything works out because they can't tell that he was kidnapped. Because the way they staged it, it looks like he was drunk and he got himself in a wreck and whatnot. So everything's working out okay. But then Tony Shalhoub's like, no, it's not okay. So he goes to Ed Harris. And Ed Harris used to play an agent who was good at cracking stuff like this. And the rest of the movie is just Ed Harris is trying to catch these three guys for what they did, for the corruption, the crime that they committed. And of course, we see their downfalls. Dwayne Johnson, he runs out of money because of all the cocaine and whatnot. And he does, and he has to go steal money, and then they want to do another hit, and it's like because he uses all the money and whatnot. So that's what Pain and Gain's about. It's about the American dream, the rise and fall. And it's a Michael Bay film. And I like this movie. I do. I like it.
Sounds like one of the better Michael Bay movies.
It is, honestly. Yeah. It is. I like this movie. My brothers love this movie. Like, every single year we watch this movie. Like, either like in the summer or in the winter. We just, I don't know. Me and my brothers love this movie. It's not really good, but it's good, we think. It's good. It's funny. It is funny. It's a good action, good crime film. You can definitely tell it's Michael Bay. Definitely.
Is it really like yellow? Is it really oversaturated?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, for sure. Every Michael Bay film, just like that yellow sunset and whatnot. Mm-hmm. He always has that sunset, that Dutch angle sunset shot. Yeah. Always, like no kidding. Like Michael Bay films have Dutch angles and they have sunset.
But do they have as many Dutch angles as Thor?
No.
Thor just has an unprecedented amount of Dutch angles. He was just in love with his Dutch angles.
I don't know. But it is a good movie. Like Mark Wahlberg, it's almost like the same character we see him play in all the action films.
So Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's basically that. Dwayne Johnson, it was cool. It was different for him playing this guy who keeps going back and forth like, oh no, I can't do this. God doesn't want me to. He wants me to be a better person. He wants me to. And then when the guy that he's trying to be nice to, because God wants him to be nice to, screws him over or whatnot, then he goes back to beating the shit out of him and whatnot. It's like, oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I know I almost knocked you out. I know I almost killed you. I'm like Mike Tyson and whatnot. But it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. God forgives you. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's I think you guys would enjoy it. You guys wouldn't mind it. Yeah. You guys would probably like it.
We need to watch it sometime.
Yes, we do. And then Anthony Mackie, he's just doing it for the money. Like he doesn't really know like whether he should be doing this. But as the movie goes on, it's like he becomes addicted to the money, of course, because now he's got a wife, Rebel Wilson, got a dog, got a house and whatnot, and wants to keep a hold of all that. However, she doesn't know where he got the money from. So that's on a need-to-know basis.
On a need-to-know
Yeah. She don't need to know where he gets the money from. She's got a good job.
Yep.
Good job. But you guys would like it. It's a good action film. It's got comedy in it. It's bizarre how it's based on a true story. Like when you see in the movie, like what these guys did, like the second hit they do to this couple, they didn't mean to, but because they try and get them to give them forge money over to them, but they say no, they don't want to. Mark Wahlberg, like Anthony Mackie and Dwayne Johnson are fooling around having fun with the guy's wife, and Mark Wahlberg gets pissed off at the guy and accidentally drops a cinder block on his head
Oh.
and kills him.
How do you accidentally do that?
And you get pissed and you start throwing shit, and it's and you get upset. You start throwing stuff, and one of the stuff ends up being a cinder block, or it ends up being one of the bells at the end of the weight, and it's yeah.
All right.
And it crushes your head, and you die.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the wife, they didn't mean to do the same to her. They didn't do the same, but they put one too many needles in her, so that way she'd shut up, and the bitch is cold. Is what Anthony Mackie said. Yeah, and then they end up sawing their body parts.
Okay.
Just to
That's
cover...
enough to talk about on the air.
I'm sorry. Hey, it's been how many years now? 5 years now since the
No, I
movie?
think
On
he
the
said
air.
It's violent.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's past...
On the air,
What?
regardless.
It's graphic. It's graphic.
Yeah, I can tell.
They grill them too.
Levi,
Charcoal
stop.
and everything.
Stop.
Hey, there's other stuff I could be going into as far as like what's in the store, but I'm not going to.
Yeah,
because that is
so just stop.
wildly
Stop.
inappropriate.
Yeah. Just.
I'm yeah. we're not
What's
gonna
your
go
rating?
there. I'm not done. It's just bizarre that it's based on a true story. Like all the things that these guys did, all
See-
for money. All for money. Like
I feel like some of this is probably exaggeration.
it's not.
I don't think this is 100% true.
Oh wait, you mean
Yeah,
on
he's
the
saying
movie
the
side?
The movie side is not
Oh.
like 100% true.
I mean, their sentences are pretty realistic.
That's how most movies work.
I think I don't know because like halfway like towards the end of the movie when they're doing the stuff to the couple they accidentally murdered,
Mm-hmm.
the movie pauses for a moment and puts a subtitle in that says, "Just a reminder, this is a true story," and then resumes the movie.
Oh,
So I don't know, like maybe this really did
we'll never know.
it, because like just I don't know, like why would you throw that little tidbit in there for a moment and be like, "Just a reminder, this is a true story," and then continue on? It's like,
Effect.
I mean, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah, I have to watch the movie to be like, to see why he put it in there.
Yeah.
I just watch the movie in general anyway.
Or we could just look up the real people.
That's
See,
true.
but that's
too.
not as fun as watching the movie.
That's true.
Like, is it fun to do the research about Jordan Belfort and watch Wolf of Wall Street?
The book was a good read.
Yeah,
I like the book.
the movie.
The movie leaves so much stuff out from the book. It really
I mean,
does.
that's not a surprise.
It upset it. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, they left like I wish I could have seen that 4-hour rough cut. So they cut a whole extra hour out of the movie. I bet that would have had that extra stuff in the book.
Well,
Probably.
they cut that hour out so it would be NC-17, right?
Yeah, that's true too. But that would have been
Should've
fine.
been. It should have at least like released like when the movie came out, like released the 4-hour cut of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it has this. It's not gonna happen.
Anyways, but Pain and Gain, I would recommend it. I like it. It's good. Just like I like The Island, Michael Bay film. That's a really good movie, I think. You've never seen that one?
What about Battleship?
You said you don't know. That's not Michael Bay.
He produced that.
What?
He produced it.
I don't think he did. No. No?
You have a phone right there to check.
Yeah, you can check it. I don't think he did. He didn't. He had like no involvement in Battleship. It was just the same company as Transformers, Hasbro.
Yeah.
That's
Same
all.
company as G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
What's your rating?
I would also like I like Pearl Harbor for Michael Bay films. Like, did he produce it?
No, I was just exhaling because you're still talking about that.
I like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor's good. I don't know what you guys think.
I haven't seen it.
Well, you guys have never seen The Island or Pearl Harbor?
I don't even know what the island is.
That's okay.
The way he's talking doesn't seem like it.
No. Really, like it's a good movie. You guys should see it sometime.
I'm still doing the research about this Battleship movie. Go on to Wikipedia.
On IMDb, no, he did not.
Yeah, it was just the studio.
It
Um,
looks like a Michael Bay movie, kind of.
it does.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was. He at least produced it.
But Go see Pain and Gain. I think you'll enjoy the ride.
It's not out in
What?
theaters.
No, but like go buy it or video on demand or Netflix.
Like you said, go see it. I'm like, wait, it's not even in theaters.
Battleship is on FX this Friday.
I
always
don't
on
care
FX.
about
The movie is consistently on FX. Just like G.I. Joe.
It's got our boy Liam Neeson in it. And Brooklyn Deck is in it.
And Rihanna's in it.
And Rihanna's in it. And who's the Taylor kid? That was a bad year for him. God, that was
What else did he do that year?
John Carter and Savages. That was a bad year.
Don't know about Savages, but John
It
Carter.
flopped in the box office.
What is Savages even about anyway?
It's Oliver Stone. They're drug dealers. They shit the same girlfriend. She gets kidnapped. They gotta go find her.
Yeah, that's not ringing.
Yeah, that's the one with
Blake Lively.
and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. John Travolta, Selma Hayek, Taylor Fish. Yeah. What would I give Pain and Gain?
I don't know, what would you give?
I would give Pain and Gain a 6.8.
That's fair.
6.8. Don't know about 6.9. Maybe 6.9, but 6.8 for show. So yeah, that's Pain and Gain.
Yep.
Dwayne Johnson. So yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Who's spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise? All
I
right.
hate you.
I'm sorry. That's the song that plays throughout the movie. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
So now we're moving on to
Yeah.
San Andreas, starring Dwayne Johnson,
God.
Carla Gugino. Is that how you pronounce it? Gugino?
Sure.
Gugino?
What's
And
this?
Alexandra Daddario. This was the first movie where Dwayne Johnson and Alexandra Daddario teamed up,
Yep.
leading to
Or
Baywatch.
Yeah.
This movie's getting a sequel, by the way.
Yep.
San Andreas is.
I know.
So San Andreas
You
stars
know that.
Dwayne Johnson is a Los Angeles Fire Department air rescue pilot. He basically, like, flies a helicopter, picks people up from, like, fires and stuff. He rescues them, all that. And they find Alexandra Daddario is his daughter. He's divorced with his wife, Carla Gugino. All that fun stuff that you need in a natural disaster movie to, get you to care about the characters.
Of course. Will they get back together at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? See? Yeah. Takes a natural disaster to bring the family together.
Yeah. And then, there's not much else up. An earthquake comes.
And hits
I think it was
Andreas.
it started out as a 7.1 and advanced all the way to a 9, I think. A 9-level earthquake. I think that's what it was.
Sure.
And, oh god, the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in the original Fantastic Four movies in this.
Really? Ian Crawford?
Yeah.
Nice.
Paul Giamatti's in this.
Paul Giamatti? Yeah. Big fat rocket.
And yeah, so basically an earthquake comes and it starts ripping like Los Angeles and San Francisco apart and starts destroying basically all of California. And Dwayne Johnson and Alexandra Daddario and her boyfriend and all them are trying to survive.
How old is the star supposed to be in this movie?
Huh?
How old is the star supposed to be in the movie?
She's like in college.
It's
Alright, 'cause I looked up her
Alexandra
age.
Daddario.
She's like 32.
Yeah. She can play like she can pull off.
She was
like
in Percy Jackson.
She can pull off like a college student.
Yeah.
And cause I forgot who she played in Percy Jackson.
Annabeth.
Yeah, there we go.
She played Annabeth.
There we go. Yeah.
Anyway.
Continue, yeah.
Listen, you know how this is gonna go.
Yeah, it's very cliche. Disaster.
Disaster happens. One of the main characters you think is gonna die, they end up not dying. There's a bad guy that is basically trying to get what he wants.
Out of this disaster.
Yeah, or like trying. There's an asshole that's trying to survive, and he's gonna, let people die for him to live. Basically, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Kind of like the bad guy. I can't remember his name from Titanic.
Cal.
Yeah, Cal. Like he doesn't care. He's a
Right.
rich guy. He wants to survive. That's basically what happens in San Andreas. And then like no one ends up dying, and everything is fine in the end. And they start rebuilding San Francisco, and it's funny because it ends up turning San Francisco into an island.
Cute.
Literally rips San Francisco apart from California.
How far away is San Andreas from San Francisco?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know where San Andreas is in California. I don't know. Is it like north of LA? Is it south? Is it north of San Francisco? So
I don't either.
Sacramento. Region?
Like the entire San Andreas fault is shifting. It causes an earthquake. It destroys California. I don't know.
Cool. Good job, San Andreas.
I don't remember why we watched this movie. I think my mom rented it off of like the Roku.
You didn't go see it in
$1.
the theater, man?
No, man.
Aww.
It's like $1. This thing was like in 2D and 3D.
Yeah.
This movie grossed $473 million worldwide.
Of course it
400 worldwide?
$473 million worldwide.
Okay. That's fine.
The budget was $110 million.
It got its money back.
I don't know how much it. How much made? Oh no.
What?
Rat Pack helped produce this.
What?
Brett Ratner.
We'll
Never
talk
mind.
about it after.
Never mind.
I can do the research of it all right
Yeah.
now.
Just
Anyway.
Ratner's all you need to Google.
Yeah.
And everything will pop up.
But yeah, so they're already working on the sequel for this movie
Yeah.
and all that. It got mixed reviews, but it still earned a lot of money.
Yeah.
$155.2 million in North America. So yeah.
How much in North America?
What? 155?
Okay, that's pretty profitable. Hey, it's money
Where's
back,
that?
so.
Yeah. 155.2 million.
So that's what he's been up to lately.
Yeah, that's what Brett Ratner's been up to lately. Alright.
Yeah. Now you know.
This movie is
It's okay, you said.
it's
Never mind.
it's I mean, Dwayne Johnson's alright. Alexandra Daddario's alright. But this movie's nothing special.
Strong mediocre.
Strong mediocre. Go watch The Day After Tomorrow instead.
Day After Tomorrow's better. I mean,
What about
seeing
the
San
day the
Andreas
earth stood
burn.
still?
Stop.
No, that's not a natural disaster movie.
It's
I
like
know.
aliens.
I know. They could joke.
Now, Knowing with Nicolas Cage.
Stop. You and your
I saw
boy
that movie in
Nicolas Cage.
I saw it in theaters.
Guess what?
What?
When we were at Walmart today, I saw that they have that on 4K now.
Who wants that on 4K?
You do. Yeah.
I want Face Off on 4K.
You and your boy Nicolas Cage. Why?
You know, I was reading about The Strangers on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever it's on.
That's okay. The second one's not in theaters anymore, so you didn't miss out.
But I like the first one.
I mean, still get the first one.
That's what I'm saying. I have to get the first one
I want to see the first one.
because I found it on DVD. It had like a glow in the dark cover on it,
Oh.
but it was like $5 if I didn't buy it.
Aw.
$5.
That's not bad, actually.
It was just DVD. That's why.
Yeah,
That's not
$5.
bad.
I know it wasn't bad. It was like it was all just like another day.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Yeah, this San Andreas, it's
It's a movie.
okay.
Yeah.
why is it getting a sequel?
Because it made money.
What are they gonna do for the sequel? Have it basically tear all of California
San
apart
Andreas. No, just San Andreas. San Andreas
Again?
2.
again?
How many times can the San Andreas fault get messed up?
It's the San Andreas trilogy.
Ew.
Maybe it'll be San Andreas somewhere else in the United States, like San Andreas.
Line or something. I don't know.
Like, what if it's like San Andreas, Missouri, except instead of an earthquake, it's tornadoes?
3 different, like a tornado and then a tsunami in the third.
Yeah, like San Andreas,
They're like,
Florida.
all right, guys, we're gonna move because San Andreas is too dangerous now. We're gonna move to San Andreas, Missouri, where nothing bad can happen. to us."
Tornadoes galore. And then the third one, San Andreas, takes place in Florida, and there's a hurricane.
Okay, we're all getting the Hurricane Heist movie.
Stop. We're not. No.
Hurricane
Hurricane Heist.
Stop.
I want to still see that movie.
Oh my lord.
I want to
don't-
see it because
I
it
really
looks so
don't.
bad.
Don't. Please no.
That
Okay.
If you really want to see San Andreas, go ahead. But I'm not gonna.
Is it a good action flick to pass the time?
It's not necessarily action. It's natural disaster.
But
It's a good natural disaster movie to pass the time.
it's
yeah.
still action though, because it is a natural disaster.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you really just want to have something on in the background or something, yeah.
Okay.
That's the really only way I if you want to pass the time, yeah.
Cool.
Sure, rating.
I'll give San Andreas like a 5.2.
Oh, a little higher.
A little higher than you expected.
No, I want it. It needs to be. That's too low for San Andreas.
You haven't seen it.
I'm kidding. 5.2.
5.2 sounds about right.
Sure. All right.
Marquee of the night.
Yep, Marquee of the Night is new
Rampage.
movie out. Yep, it looked bad, but you tell me, was it?
No, it was
Really?
not as bad as you would think.
What's the
I mean,
synopsis?
it was bad, but it wasn't.
It was
like,
bad, but not like, oh
outlandishly
my
bad.
god, it's horrible. It was not, oh my god, it's horrible bad. It was just like,
You want to give the synopsis for this one, Steven?
yeah, I gotcha.
Go ahead.
So, back in like '93, there was a project, a genetic project called CRISPR, that got shut down because the government kept using it to like work with to mess with like DNA and like animals.
Yeah.
And flash forward, and it's not being used, but there's a different type of that formula being used that is called Project Rampage, and the project is done in space because it's illegal because it still involves CRISPR, which was banned because it was like a weapon. It was counted as like a weapon of mass destruction. So they banned it, but a company used it. Is still using it to like work on genetic altering, and it's being made in space. And it comes back to Earth, but only like 3 of the canisters of this CRISPR-esque formula get sent to Earth, and they crash land into 3 different areas, which are the zoo, where Dwayne Johnson is with his friend and his friend the Albino gorilla George, and one gets sent to Wyoming, and another gets sent to Florida or Louisiana, one of those places. And I figured it's Louisiana, it's like where people think crocodiles are always from.
It's all the jazz, man. Jazz down there.
So, all like these 3 canisters get sent like around the United States, and strange things start.
Everglades, that's where it was.
So strange things start happening to The Rock's friends George, and so like they find out about this about the Project Rampage.
Yeah.
And what's the company called?
The
Hasbro?
evil company?
Yeah,
Hang on, it's.
I want to say like it's not Wyden, is it?
It's. I just had it. Atkins? Wyden.
Oh, it was Wyden. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the company Wyden is.
CEO Claire Wyden.
Yeah, Claire Wyden. They seek to bring back the canisters which had the formula in it, because they know if the government finds out that their names are on this, they will be arrested. So they try to get everything back, and it definitely ensues some rampaging throughout the country. And Saul, I'll say to won't spoil any of the synopsis of the movie. And I had a lot more fun in this movie than I thought I would. Like, the story is a lot less all over the place than you would expect. It's like surprisingly, it's a surprisingly sound story. That's not everywhere. It's pretty it contains itself very much. The characters in the movie are like pretty good. I was never like, this character is annoying, except like the one-off characters in the beginning, which annoyed me. But that's whatever. But like the main cast when they get introduced is a very good cast. It's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I forget her name.
The scientist?
Yeah.
Naomi Harris.
Yeah, Naomi Harris. All three of them are like a very good group of characters in this movie, and I had a lot of fun because I feel like if you go into this like with your brain turned off, you have a lot of fun with it because it's what you literally expect. Big monsters destroying a city, which is what the game literally is.
Yeah.
You cannot mess this up, and they did not mess this up. It's not good, but it is fun to watch. And right now, people are saying it is the best video game adaptation that has ever been made.
I mean,
which I agree with for the moment.
I would agree with it. Yeah.
Like it's definitely like the top one. The second one I'll say is definitely the Angry Birds movie. Yeah. Angry Birds is like number 2 in that list of like fateful game adaptations, but Rampage is definitely up there. Surprisingly so.
Yeah.
We'll never have a good video game movie, but it's either people love it, but it does not adapt the game properly, or it's not a good movie and it does, or like adapt the game properly, or it's just not good. You can't get the perfect hit of like it does it well and it's also just well made. But it's definitely a fun movie. I very much enjoyed it. I think my favorite character was probably Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He was a very good character in this movie. Yeah. He very much had fun with the role that he was in. So
yeah, he did.
That's all I have to say. So Brendan's turn.
Well, you already heard what my reaction. If you know me, you know one of my favorite actors is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It was one of the main reasons I was wanting to see this movie. And like Steven said, he had a lot of fun with his role. You can just tell. But getting on to the actual movie, I'm going to be honest, judging from the first scene, I was not expecting a lot from this movie. The first scene, I was like, ooh, boy, we're in for a bad one, boys. But then the next scene happened, and it got fun. It got really fun. Like, I can thoroughly say that I sat and watched this movie with a smile on my face most of the time. It was really funny. It was really fun. It was dumb, but it was dumb fun. Now, the writing was not great because you have moments where there's this one part where someone's talking to Dwayne Johnson, and they're like, so you're the primatologist, so you know all about gorillas, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, and it says here that you worked for the army, is that right? You know how to shoot guns and stuff? It's like, yeah. And it's like, they're telling us that because that's going to be important later on. And it's just like, okay. What? Not important later on?
Not really.
Kind of is, but yeah, kind of is.
Yeah, I guess. Like I remember, I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's important.
Yeah. The villains were really over the top with this one,
which makes it more fun.
One of them was played by Malin Ackerman, and I was sitting there. I was watching the movie.
Yeah.
And she walked on screen, and I was like, oh my god, is that Malin Ackerman? And I was sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, that's Malin Ackerman. What? So we had the comedian and Silk Spectre in this movie, from Watchmen. There was this one character that I thought was really over the toply written, but it's okay. They were bad guys. I didn't go into this movie expecting amazing writing. I went in expecting a fun time and a lot of, action. And I got it. And I'm going to be honest, I was kind of surprised with the violence in this movie.
I knew I saw him before. The guy that plays her brother was in The Office. That's why I knew his face looked familiar to me. I'm like, he looks familiar when I watched that movie.
What about you, Steven? Were you at all surprised about the violence in this movie?
Not really. I was expecting like over the top violence, little monster movie. I'm surprised some of the stuff got passed.
That's what I was saying. Like, were you surprised at some of the things that were passed? Like that made it through?
Yes. I'm thinking of one scene that I'm definitely surprised got passed.
And I know exactly the scene that you're thinking about because that's the scene I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
This movie's very violent in the third act. So, yeah. This movie's PG-13.
Nice.
Got really violent. Really violent. But, like I said, it was fun. I really enjoyed this movie. It was just a fun time to just sit down and just watch things go boom. Okay, here's what I'll say. I like this movie more than the Transformers movies. It does a more fun job of blowing stuff up and explosions and all that than the Transformers movies for me. Okay. At least after the first one.
Okay.
I like the first Transformers. That's it. Yeah, I would recommend going to see Rampage if you want to have some fun. Don't know how well it's going to do at the box office for, next week because we're getting to Infinity War. But, yeah.
That's why they moved it up a week, because Infinity War moved up a week.
Very smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were smart.
Yeah.
They saw Infinity War move that time up, and they were like, oh no, we can't compete against that. We got to get the money that we can get. Push it up a week.
Yeah. Probably has at least 2 weeks at the
it's
box
like that one scene of SpongeBob where they're all just freaking out inside of SpongeBob's head when they see it get pushed up. Like,
what's his name? What's his name? Does anybody have anything on his name?
Nice.
But you want the ratings then?
Sure. You want to give your rating first?
All right.
Careful.
So I give Rampage like a 6.9.
Brendan.
I was gonna give it like a 6.8. It was a fun movie.
I'm telling you, if you turn off your brain and just enjoy the movie, it's a lot better than you would think.
It's just fun.
That's alright. It's not outrageously bad as what I thought you guys were gonna give your rating.
So we're gonna give it like a 7 or an 8?
Yeah.
No,
God,
I don't think it's 7 territory.
Thank
No,
God.
it's not.
It's not.
It's just above. It's just a little above average.
It
just
looks
because
like
it's fun.
it looks like anywhere between 4 to 6 territory.
Oh, I would not give it a 4.
God, no.
Okay.
No, it's more fun than 4.
Okay.
4 is like you can watch it, but you're barely getting by.
4 is like Fantastic Four. The new one.
Oh, like, which one? Cause,
Oh,
like,
no. New Fantastic Four is like 3 territory, man.
No, I give that like 4 territory.
I've never seen the new Fantastic Four.
You
and
don't
I don't
need
intend
to.
to.
Don't do
We
it.
all need to.
Yeah. I'm rather...
They're still selling that for like $20 on Blu-ray.
Why?
Because money.
But who enjoys... Who gets the benefit out of that?
Fox.
No one.
Fox.
Now Disney. But Disney don't care because they have all the
I just really want Disney to come and, like, make a better Fantastic Four movie that we all deserve.
Yeah. They did that as part of The Incredibles.
money. Incredible. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You know I'm not wrong.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
It
But
literally
still. You're not wrong, but still.
Just think. The Fantastic Four with like Jessica Alba and Ian
Crawford.
Grufford.
And Krista Evans.
That came out after The Incredibles.
It did, but the Incredibles comic book was
The Incredibles don't have a comic
mean the
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four?
Four?
The
comic book?
Fantastic Four comic book was before The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, The Incredibles did still Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but they did a better job.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was animated. It was Pixar.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean,
But yeah.
not wrong, yeah.
I would go see Rampage. I would recommend going to go see it.
Go see it if you want to.
I would buy it on. I'm probably gonna buy it on Blu-ray.
No, please don't do that.
I am, and we're gonna watch it.
You are.
It's got my boy Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it, man.
Oh,
You
okay,
gotta-
that's fair. I mean, you know what movies I'm gonna buy, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what you're gonna buy on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Fly Red Sparrow on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve to be bought. Doesn't deserve to be
It's
bought.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, so you can't give him crap about Rampage.
I mean, you're right. I can't. You're not wrong.
I mean, hey, my goal is to buy Robert Downey Jr.'s bad movies too.
I mean, if it's your favorite actor, you gotta buy all their movies,
Yeah.
no matter what. I got all DiCaprio's films, so you gotta get Daniel Radcliffe's films.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like
That
somewhere.
won't be difficult.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it's
sure somewhere in my house is the
just
whole collection of
Harry Potter,
Yeah.
Horns.
and the
He's
Lady
got a
in
new
Black.
one. He's got a new one.
Which one?
It's,
Is it the neo-Nazi one?
I don't know. He's got one more.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find.
He's
It's
not in that.
I know.
We get young Dumbledore now.
Jude Law, yeah.
That is Jude Law, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
But I like Fantastic Beasts. Let's hope it's better than the first one.
Please, otherwise I'm done with it. I'm done with the franchise.
Yeah,
If
I'm
it's
not watching. I'll watch the second one.
Yeah,
If the second one's not good,
if it's on the same
done.
level or if it's worse, no, I'm done too. I'm not gonna stick around for the next 3.
no. God, I forgot we're getting 5 of those movies.
Yeah, we got 4 more.
Because someone said yes.
You know what I wouldn't mind? I wouldn't mind seeing the second Rampage movie.
They could do it.
Oh,
They could
God.
They basically hinted that they're gonna do it, so.
They're like the Beast of Burden. That's the new movie that you're talking. It already came
Beasts of
out.
Burden, yeah. It's at Walmart.
Oh.
Well, alrighty then.
Woo!
That ends
The
our
Dwayne
show
Johnson.
tonight. Oh, Brendan.
The Dwayne Johnson Cinematic
The DJCU. Yep, we have 2 more shows for the semester, for the school year, till that's gonna be. Yeah, it wouldn't be our last show if it had stuck with its May 4th release, but yeah.
You know, I keep forgetting this movie came out because I never found anything about it. Imperium. The Daniel Radcliffe movie, where he's the neo-Nazi. That
Yeah.
movie.
Oh.
I keep forgetting because people. Oh, it looked really good, but I never. We get the point.
We get it, Brendan.
Please don't
We
get
know.
louder. Don't.
I'm not gonna do like I do on break.
Please don't. That was a little. That was very much.
Very
too much.
unnecessary.
You guys were laughing.
That was.
It was funny.
But yeah, this ends our show for tonight. So next week we don't know what we're gonna do yet. Might be a spotlight night, or if we can come up with something in spirit of Amy Schumer's new movies coming out. It'll probably be a spotlight night. It'll probably be a spotlight night. But yeah. So tune in next week. We got 2 more shows left,
Yep.
and then
Oh yeah, definitely. a
yeah,
spotlight night.
and then that's it for this semester. That's it for the school year.
Yep.
So, good night and good luck.
Alrighty.
That's a
Good
movie
night.
with George Clooney and Robert Downey Jr. You go get that one, Brendan. Was nominated Best Picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't win. That's okay.
Of course it did.
Lost to that was 05. Who did it lose to? Crash. That's it.
Crash.
Yeah. So yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Steven, We could review Truth or Dare next week if Steven goes and sees Truth or Dare.
We're not.
We could review like Final Destination movies.
We're
and all
not.
that.
I'm probably not going to go
We're
see
not.
that movie.
You said you were going to, Steven.
I
He's
said I
not,
want-
and it's okay.
I said I wanted to, not that I was going to.
He's not, and that's okay.
Do not twist my words.
Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Okay. So yeah, you're seeing it too, Brendan. Yeah,
What?
you're seeing it too.
Truth or Dare?
No, your phone.
Yeah.
It's blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well then, one last time tonight. Oh, Steven, show this. Why not?
Just no. I gotta work on this presentation. That's this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Cool.
homework this weekend.
Okay.
Well then, Tosh Monday with David and Irvin.
Yep.
So check that out. All right. Then one last time tonight.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Levi. Thanks for listening, tuning in, watching, and have a good night. Live stream's still on. Give me one hot second. This was better than what I